Preliminary, unvalidated data from ash sampling received late Friday night shows very high levels of arsenic, and elevated levels of lead and cobalt in wildfire ash collected in Kula, the Hawaii State Department of Health announced on Sunday. The ash samples were collected on September 21 in Kula from 8 burned homes that had been constructed from the 1930s to the 2000s. Ash samples have yet to be collected in the Lahaina burn area for testing. But because homes in the impacted area of Lahaina were constructed during the same time period, the health department expects that the ash in Lahaina will have a similar contaminant profile. The burned shell of a car sits amid rubble in Lahaina. It's estimated that the fire's temperature reached 1700 degrees Fahrenheit. PC. FBI Honolulu. The health department will conduct testing of Lahaina ash when the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency completes its removal of toxic and hazardous household fire debris, making it safe for employees to collect the samples, State Health Director Dr. Kenneth S. Frink said during a Sunday press conference. In the ash samples, arsenic was found 140 times above the action level. Action level means a concentration of inorganic arsenic of 5 micrograms per cubic meter of air averaged over any 8-hour period. To put it more simply, levels of arsenic in the ash were very high and pose a potential health risk to people with exposure to the ash. This finding reinforces the need to diligently follow recommendations to reduce potential exposure. Arsenic is a heavy metal found in soils in Hawaii due to volcanic soils and its use as an herbicide in the early 1900s. It is also found in building materials made of sugarcane, kanek, and wood treated for termite control, CCA-treated wood. Arsenic can also be found in food such as rice, meats, fish and seaweed, and has also been found to be naturally occurring in well water around the world. Long-term, environmental exposure to arsenic can cause skin problems, heart problems and cancers of the skin, bladder and lungs. Frink said cobalt was found in the ash samples at 20 times above the action level and lead was found at 3 times above the action level. These levels are considered elevated. Lead is a heavy metal that is expected to be present in ash due its use in paint on houses built before 1978. Lead is particularly toxic for young children and babies in utero as it hinders the development of the brain. Babies and children exposed to lead have trouble with learning, school performance, attention, and other neurocognitive problems. Lead levels in the ash were high and pose a health risk to children and pregnant women who are exposed to ash and dust from the burned areas. Cobalt is a naturally occurring element that is essential for certain functions of the body, including the generation of red blood cells. People are exposed to small amounts of cobalt in food, industrial air pollution and many cosmetics. However, when people are exposed to excessive amounts of cobalt, it can cause problems with the blood, lungs and skin. Cobalt may also cause cancer with extreme exposures.